Welcome back, everyone. In this lecture, we'll see how to access the members of a structure. Okay, so the members of a structure can be accessed in two ways. The first way is using the dot operator, and the second way is using the arrow operator. And they have different usages. Let's get into the details. This is a continuation of a previous lecture. If you have not watched the earlier videos, please do watch and then continue with this. So first, let us see how to access the members of a structure using the dot operator. We are already familiar with this dot operator, right? So now let us see the usage of this dot operator with structures. Okay. So the members of a structure can be accessed using the dot operator. How to access? Let's see the syntax. On the left hand side of this dot operator, we should have the name of the structure variable. On the right hand side, we should have the structure member name. For example, let's take a structure student which contains name of the student, roll number, and average. Okay, so now to access the member, the first member, which is name. Okay, so this can be accessed. The members of a structure can be accessed only using a structure variable. So first, let us declare a structure variable. So here I declared a structure variable using the syntax struct student S1. So here S1 is the name of the structure variable, right? So this is the variable that we have created. This is a structure variable. So now using this variable, I can access the members of the structure. What are the members of a structure? The fields of the structure are called as the members of the structure, which we already discussed, right? So now to access this name, so how to use? On the left hand side, I should have the structure variable name. What is the name of the structure variable? S1 dot. Then on the right hand side, I should have structure member name, which is name of the variable name. So it can be written as S1 dot name. Similarly, to access the roll number. Okay. So to access the roll number, what should I do? Again, I have to use the structure variable dot name of the member, which is S1 dot roll number. Similarly, to access the variable average or to access the member average, how to access? I have to use the structure variable name S1 dot name of the member, which is S1 dot average. Now, one more interesting thing I want to let you know, which is about the uniqueness of member names. What do we mean by this is a member name must be unique within a specified structure. For example, if I take two structures, I can use the same name in two different structures, but it should be unique in one single structure. Okay, so since the members are always prefaced or accessed through a structure variable or a variable identifier, though the names are same in the two structures, there will not be any confusion. They will be treated as two different structure variables. For example, let us say that in a class, there are two students with the same name. So then how will you distinguish them? Either you can distinguish them with their surnames or with their role names. There will be something which there will be a difference between both the names. For example, in my class, there are two Meghanas. K Meghna is there and one more Meghna is there. So I will identify her with her surname. Okay, so in a similar way, here we are having a structure variable. How you are accessing using a dot operator, structure variable dot name of the member. So now using the structure variable, I can differentiate them. Let me show with an example. I'm taking two structures here. The first structure name is fruit. The second structure is vegetable. Okay, so here again I'm taking the name of the fruit as well as the name of the structure. Then I'm taking number of calories for fruit also as well as for vegetable. So here if you see the same member names, name is there in fruit structure also, name is there in vegetable structure also. Similarly, calories member is there in fruit also, the member calories is there in vegetable also. But they are treated as two unique names. Okay, so inside this fruit structure, name and calorie is there. Inside the vegetable structure also name and calorie is there. But they will be treated as two different variables. So how it is, let's create a variable for this structure fruit and for vegetable. So now tell me how to access the members of the fruit structure. So you have to use the variable name A dot the name of the member, right? So if I am accessing calories of the fruit, how will I access A dot calories? Similarly, to access the calories of the vegetable, how will I access? I will access using B dot calories. So now there is no ambiguity. So this calories is belonging to the structure A, structure fruit, and this calories is belonging to structure vegetable. So in this way, though we have same names in two different structure, they are treated as two unique names. Hope you are clear. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section. But you should not repeat the same variable name inside the same structure. For example, in the fruit structure, again, I should not repeat the variable name or the calories. Okay. But across the structures, I can repeat. So now let us see how to access the members of a structure using arrow operator. Okay, so this arrow operator is new to you. So actually in the keyboard, there is no direct symbol like arrow operator. So this is a combination of minus and greater than symbol. So while typing, you should type a minus followed by a greater than symbol. Then you will get this arrow operator. So when we will be using this arrow operator is, for example, the structure variable that you are declaring, if it is a pointer, only in that case, we go with this arrow operator. Okay. So the syntax is either you can use star ptr dot the field name or the member name, or you can use pointer name arrow field name. Most preferably, we follow this notation. So let us take the same example of the student structure, which contains name, roll number, and average. So now let us declare a variable of this structure. So here you can see I'm declaring a variable A and a pointer variable S1. So we are already familiar with the pointers, right? So before using any pointer, we must initialize it with the address of some variable, because pointer is an address variable. So now let us initialize the pointer S1 with the address of A. So both are structure variables only, but A is a non-pointer, but S1 is a pointer variable. That difference is there. So now to access the members of this structure using A, you can use dot operator. To access the members of this pointer, to access the members of the structure using this pointer S1, you have to use an arrow operator. Let's see how to access the members using this arrow operator. So first, let us see how to access the member name. So what is the syntax? You can use pointer name, arrow, the field name, or the member name. So you can write it as S1 arrow name. Similarly, in order to access the roll number, how to access? I have to use the name of the pointer, which is S1, arrow, name of the member, which is roll number. Similarly, to access the member average, I have to use the name of the pointer, arrow, the name of the member, which is average. But while using pointers, we should be clear with few points. So here you should know that the dot operator has higher precedence than the star operator. Okay. So whenever you have something like PTR arrow, roll number, and star PTR dot roll. So just now, as part of the syntax, we have seen that these two things are the same, but we are following this notation for the sake of simplicity. That's all. It's just for the sake of convenience. So now, by mistake, I forgot to enclose this PTR in parenthesis. Then what will happen? Since dot has higher precedence, so first it will be referred to as PTR dot roll. But PTR is a pointer variable. There is no way of accessing it. So this will lead to an error. Okay. So then you have the star operator. First, this operator will work, and then the compiler will see this operator. But by that time, already the error will be generated. So we should be careful when we are using this particular notation. Always you should enclose this star PTR in parenthesis followed by a dot operator. So to avoid this difficulty, mostly we will go with this particular notation only. So then the arrow operator has highest precedence among all the operators. For example, here you can see, one second, let me clear the ink. Yeah. So when you have the arrow operator, so here you can see plus plus PTR arrow roll number. Okay. So we know that this plus plus is a pre-increment operator. So far, according to our knowledge, what do we think? First, the pointer will get incremented and then it will point to the member roll, but it is actually not. First, it will increment, it will point to the roll number, and then it will increment the pointer because arrow has the highest precedence. So if you wanted the pointer to be incremented first, enclose it in parenthesis. This we already know from the associativity and the precedence of operators, right? The same concept here. Arrow has the highest priority. So based on the operation that you want, parenthesize them wisely wherever required. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section. See you with the next lecture.